This lesson is part of 5th grade Social Studies Unit 2, Three Worlds Meet. Our learning target for this lesson is to explain the technological and political developments that made sea exploration possible. We will be able to explain how and why the Europeans began to explore the world beyond their borders. Locate Europe on the map. Remember, we have previously learned about the people who were living in both North America and West Africa. Because of the distance and oceans between them, these people had not had much interaction with or even knowledge of the others. In today's lesson, we will learn what led to European sea exploration and caused these three worlds to meet. The timeline shows that European history can be divided into ancient times, the Middle Ages, and modern times, from the year 1500 to now. There is some archaeological evidence that the Vikings explored North America as far back as the year 700. These were people from Northern Europe who were known for being explorers and raiders who invaded other areas. Then came the period of the Middle Ages. During this period, the land in Europe was organized into small areas led by nobles. By the year 1500, the nobles began to join together to form kingdoms, ruled by kings and queens. This eventually led to the formation of nations such as England, Spain, and France. There are three main causes of European sea exploration: the desire for trade goods, political changes that took place, and technological improvements. We will look more closely at each of these. We know that people trade to get resources that aren't available to them. The people of Europe valued the goods they could get by trading with the people of Asia. However, because Europe and Asia are so distant from each other, traveling between the two overland took a very long time. It also could be very dangerous, both from the long journey and potential thieves. Additionally, every trade made along the way caused the price of the goods to increase. This is because each trader needed to make a profit. A profit is the money left after you subtract the costs of running a business. Prices were so high, people might only be able to afford one tiny peppercorn. The people of Europe began to search for ways to trade that would be faster, safer, and make more profit. Another cause for European sea exploration was the political changes that were taking place in Europe. By the year 1500, nobles were beginning to join together to form nations led by kings and queens. This was similar to how large empires formed in West Africa. The kings and queens gained more wealth by having more land and people they ruled. They could now afford to pay for ships and crew to explore across the Atlantic Ocean as they searched for new trade routes to Asia. A final cause of European sea exploration is technological improvements. Three examples are shown here. An astrolabe is a tool that helped sailors determine how far north or south of the equator their ship was. Additionally, explorers had improved ships that could go further and keep them safer. Each time explorers found new lands, maps improved by becoming more accurate. These are all examples of how technology improvements contributed to European sea exploration. Now let's check our learning target. Explain the technological and political developments that made sea exploration possible. We know the Europeans wanted trade goods from Asia. The graphic organizer shows a summary of the developments that led to greater exploration. Box A represents a type of change that led to European sea exploration. Examples of this type of change are better maps, improved ships, and tools like the astrolabe. Should box A be labeled political changes or technological improvements? If you said technological improvements, you are correct. Those are all examples of technological improvements. That means that box B, the growth of countries, is an example of political changes. You are now ready to click Next and take the quiz over this lesson.